You know, you found those videos, you found me, and you think it's a coincidence. There is no coincidence. Deep down, you know that you were meant for greatness. Contrast is necessary. It helps you grow, it helps you expand your mind, your life. If someone tells you that you could live a life with no problems, with no contrast, they're lying to you. They're not telling you the truth. If you're having a problem or if you're having a difficult circumstance, you could be in that situation and still be happy and still find your joy and still follow your dreams. All of the people who are famous for inventing something or creating something or making a big change in this world were going through something as they were creating that thing. You need that fight within you. You need the pressure in order to reveal the diamond. We want you to be in the problem, be in the situation that you're going through, and have positive thoughts. Keep focused on the good, and the good is gonna increase. You're not gonna have as much, things going on in your life. You're gonna find the peace, the clarity, the happiness, I'm not sure if this is like that or that. Everything is within yourself. You're looking outside of yourself, you're not gonna find the answer. And that's why you're still gonna be confused. So sit with yourself, be with yourself, love yourself, no matter what is going on around you. And then you're gonna see that God is gonna start moving things around you to your advantage. So don't accuse the circumstances. Don't point fingers at other people. It's all you. If you want to change someone, if you want to see a change in someone else, you have to change it within yourself. There is no other way around it. If you get results the other way, they're temporary. Detach from the outcome. Stop thinking about them. Stop wanting something from them. Stop trying to do the work that is God's work. I tell you to relax, allow things to be, allow things to unfold in your life. Focus on yourself. Focusing on yourself means improving your relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. However you can. Welcome back, everyone. I'm not home. I'm in a secret location. I'm in a different location right now. Whoever knows where this place is, please. I want to change. All right, let's go. I'm going to start. It's kind of my other house. Everything that you desire isn't already yours. You'll never desire something that you already have. So when you say, I want something, energetically, you're saying you don't have it. But when you detach and you say, I don't care if I get this or not. Or the other way is to be in the feeling of already having it, embodying the desire as if it's already done. These are, I think, different ways of detachment. I usually use the second one. It works well with me. I embody my desire, meaning that I am in my wish fulfilled. I am in the end of my goal. I got a message asking if I like change. I know this might seem off of the topic, but it's from the beginning of the video. I told you guys I changed my location today. I'm recording in a different house. I don't like change, but I forced myself to do things differently at times. I challenge myself to do it differently or go against the flow. Do something that I wouldn't normally do at times. I've been doing that a lot these days. But yeah, change is hard, but change is inevitable. If you don't change, then you're not gonna be able to see the fruits or to know what you're gonna be, like what you're capable of, the abilities that you have, the things that you could inspire us all with. So yeah, change is necessary. It's unpleasant, but it's necessary. So how do you know that you're moving in the same energy as what you're asking for is by detaching yourself, either by living in the end of your wish fulfilled or by not caring about it to come in a certain way at a certain time, just detaching from it, saying, I don't care about this. Imam Ali alayhi salam says, he who does not know his worth is doomed to destruction. Know your worth. You have to know your worth. You have to be worthy in order to receive the things that you want. To trust your Lord, to trust in your Lord, to trust in Allah, you need to know that you're worthy. God created this universe for you. Stop thinking that you're not good enough and know your worth. You're worthy of all the blessings, of all the beautiful things that are gonna come into your life. Every time you question things, good things are not there, good people are not available, this is not here, you're distancing yourself from these blessings, from these beautiful things to come into your life. In order for them to come into your life, you have to know your worth. If you don't know your worth, you're not going to be able to even sense them. But believe me when I say it, everything is around you. Everything is already there. You just need to work on knowing your worth, your self-concept, solidify that. Invest in yourself. Get away from the crowd. Be with yourself. Stay alone. Alone. It's the best thing. It's the best thing to be alone. It's the best thing to create a relationship with yourself, because you know that no matter what happens, you have yourself. Every morning when you wake up, visualize yourself as if you are already in your wish fulfilled, as if your dream already appeared, is already there. Visualize yourself and then let go of when and how it's gonna happen. That's why you guys are always concentrated and focused on that, and that's the only reason why you're seeing delays, or the thing that you want is not coming. Many clients of mine are reaching out with things that they want coming to life when they focused on themselves. And what's interesting is what they told me was the best way to focus on myself and to feel worthy is to improve the relationship that I have with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That was the key to their successful du'as coming to life. And when they focused on a certain outcome in a certain way, they always said, what if God has it better than I'm imagining it? So they're letting go, they're detaching, they're letting go of the outcome. That is key. When you focus all your energy and attention as if you already have what you want, as if it already happened, then the right circumstances, the right people, the right events, the right situations will all line up in your favor, and your dua will start unfolding. Rumi said, why do you stay in prison when the door is wide open? Prison is the prison of your mind, the prison of your limiting beliefs, the thoughts that were trying to help you release and let go of. Someone the other day reached out. She was saying that you're saying that God is going to give us what we want, but sometimes God shows us the true colors of someone. In that meaning, in that sense, she was saying. And so God revealed to me how this person is. And that's a gift. Well, when I tell you guys, you're focusing on the person. You're focusing on the positive aspects of a person. You're not seeing the horrible bad in them and bringing it more out of them. That's not what you're trying to focus on. But if you do that, yes, you are going to manifest something closer to what this person was saying, which is not what she wants, but what she was thinking he is. So let's say, for example, I was in a situation the other day with a person that I don't really like to exchange, conversation with or energy with. But there he was, standing there, demanding that I do. In that moment, I thought between myself and I, having resistance against this right now is only going to give me unfavorable events or more unfavorable encounters with this person. And so you chose to be here. You chose to be in this situation at this time, and he appeared. Deal with it for the moment, right now. And so I let the episode play out. And then after that, when I went into my space, I thought that was so like uncomfortable. I didn't like that. I don't want that to ever happen again. I just was yapping. I stopped myself in that moment saying, is this what you want to experience in the future with this person? And I said, no. I said, then shift your focus. And so I thought like about all the kind things that he did and how much he loves me and he cares about me. I just kept going with that because that is what I wanted to experience from him. It doesn't mean that I want a relationship with the person. It just means that I want to be on good terms with him. I tell you guys, when you shift your focus, it's very powerful. In that moment, you change your experiences. And then you guys could imagine the next day how things were unfolding. Where, for example, I would get communication from this person apologizing for that. Or like trying to show kindness towards me in a respectful manner. The power is within you. The power to change, to uplift a person, to help them reach their full potential for yourself and then others is within you. All the power is here and now. It's with your thoughts, the power of your thoughts. I know you think it's like, oh, you're just changing your thoughts. It's not that big of a thing. But when you're changing your thoughts, you're changing your values, you're changing your behavior, you're changing your personality. And then when you change your personality, your personal reality is going to change. Everything around you is going to start matching that mindset, that frequency that you're on. Concentrate on the positive in others. You know, when someone does something, even if you deem it as like not good or not okay, or, you know, our religion tells us to give the person, I don't know how much, but around 72 excuses for the actions that he's doing. I'm not telling you guys to, you know, accept bad behavior. No, distance yourself. But I'm saying, like, if it's a person that you love or a person that you care about, a person that you're saying you want to be with, how are you having all of these negative thoughts about them? And how are you concentrating on their bad behavior? It doesn't make sense to me. This is not love. You need to be embodying the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if it's not your mission in this life to do that and to become closer to Allah day by day, to reach Allah, because that is the only goal, the only desire that you're ever going to have in this life. Even when you reach everything that you want, it's still going to be empty within you if you're not connected to God, if you're not trying to embody the names of Allah, if you're not forgiving, if you're not loving. It's not going to feel good. Things are not going to go your way. Things are not going to play out in your favor. If they do, it's temporary. Believe me. And live in the moment. Nobody is living in the moment. Everyone is thinking about what could happen, what's going to happen, what's not happening, what happened before. Live in the moment. Live in this moment. If you're like with someone, if you're sitting and having a conversation with someone, give them all your attention. Be with them in the moment. How would it feel? If you're out with your friends, live in that moment. Don't think about, is he texting me? Is he talking to me? Is he thinking about me? Let that all go. You guys have to let it go. Detach from the outcome. Live in your moment. Concentrate on yourself. You're going out with yourself. You're going out with your friends. You know, take this time to understand yourself. What you like, what you don't like, what makes you tick, what frustrates you. Learn about yourself. You're your biggest cheerleader. If you're not going to be there for yourself, nobody's going to be there for you. Nobody's coming to save you. You need to be there for yourself. I know it's sad, and sometimes you want that validation. You want that from the outside, but it's not going to fulfill you. Like if you tap within and validate yourself in that way. Know your worth. It doesn't matter what they're doing, what they're saying, what they're thinking, how they're thinking you are. Who cares? It doesn't matter. If you don't stop caring, you're never gonna feel worthy. And if you're trying to make someone else feel comfortable or happy with you, or you're caring so much about what they think and feel and say about you because you're afraid of them judging you, or you're afraid of them accusing you or getting a wrong picture about you, let them do whatever they want, because no matter what you do, no matter how you stand on your head in the different ways to try to please them, they're always going to, toxic people are always going to put you down in some way, because that's how they get energy from you. Don't satisfy them in that way. They're only saying those words, acting in that way, in order to trigger a response within you. Keep your eyes in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and know that He is aware of everything. God is aware of what's in your heart, what's in your mind, what's in your thoughts. People, you can never satisfy people. Okay? And it's not your job to satisfy anybody. It's only your job to satisfy yourself. Be mindful of yourself. That's all what you need to do. You know, you found those videos, you found me, and you think it's a coincidence. There is no coincidence in this world. There is no coincidence. Deep down, you know that you were meant for greatness. And that is why things are opening up. You're expanding your mind. You're expanding your way of being. You're expanding your horizon. You're expanding the way that you're living. You are meant for something bigger, far more than everything that you already have. That is the truth. The truth is you are everything right now. You are everything in this moment. You don't need the course. You don't need the session with me. You don't need anything. Everything that you have is already within you. Even when you get that session, I'm only gonna show you your superpowers. I'm not going to give you the solutions as you think, like, I have this problem and I just want to get out of it. No, I'm gonna equip you with the tools in order to experience it in a better way. Listen, guys, I'm not gonna tell you that I might not be in the best circumstances right now, to be honest. But one thing I know is that the peace, the joy, the love, the happiness that is within me is enough to fill the whole world. Nothing, I need nothing from outside of me. Everything that I already have that is there satisfies me throughout every day that I'm living. When we teach you about this stuff, we're not telling you that there is a way out of your problems. I mean, to not face problems anymore, or to not have different, like, painful experiences, or to just have a peaceful life, like, with nothing happening on the outside. No, contrast is necessary. It helps you grow, it helps you expand your mind, your life. You need contrast. Contrast is inevitable. If someone tells you that you could live a life with no problems, with no contrast, they're lying to you. They're not telling you the truth. But I'm here to tell you the truth. What we mean when we're teaching you this is you have the power to have better experiences, yes, but problems are inevitable. Things that come up, they're gonna happen. You can't run away from them. I used to run away from my problems in the past. The only thing that changed is that I sit with them. I allow them to pass. I know what tools to use to navigate them. So if you're having a problem, or if you're having a difficult circumstance, I just teach you to be in that. You could be in that situation and still be happy, and still find your joy, and still follow your dreams. All of the people who are famous for inventing something or creating something or making a big change in this world were going through something as they were creating that thing. You need that fight within you. You need the pressure in order to reveal the diamond. We want you to be in the problem, be in the situation that you're going through, and have positive thoughts. Keep focused on the good. Keep focused on the good, and the good is going to increase. You're not going to have as much, things going on in your life. You're going to find the peace, the clarity, the happiness, I'm not sure if this is like that or that. Everything is within yourself. You're looking outside of yourself, you're not going to find the answer. And that's why you're still going to be confused. So sit with yourself, be with yourself, love yourself, no matter what is going on around you. And then you're going to see that God is going to start moving things around you to your advantage, to the peace, the calm, the happiness that you're experiencing within yourself. So don't accuse the circumstances. Don't point fingers at other people. It's all you. If you want to change someone, if you want to see a change in someone else, you have to change it within yourself. There is no other way around it. If you get results the other way, they're temporary. So when I tell you guys to detach from the outcome, stop thinking about them. Stop wanting something from them. Stop trying to do the work that is God's work. I tell you to relax. Allow things to be. Allow things to unfold in your life. Focus on yourself. Focusing on yourself means improving your relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. However you can. However you see that you can. It doesn't matter which way. I'll keep that on you guys. I'm not here to teach you guys religion. You guys all know religion. You guys are teaching me about religion. I hope this video helps to clarify things in some way, and I'll see you guys in the next one.